Thank you for watching Low Budget Entertainment. I'm Alex.
I'm Andrew.
Today we're going to be talking about Alien Covenant, directed by
Almost Heaven.
Directed by
West Virginia.
Ridley Scott.
Blue Ridge Mountain. Shenandoah
One of the greats.
River.
Back
Life
when he was great.
Old there. Older than the trees. Younger than a mountain. Rolling like a breeze. Sing with me, Hunter. Country roads.
Take me home
to the place
where I belong.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama.
Aunt Jemima.
You say Aunt Jemima?
Aunt Jemima.
All right.
Well, that was horrifying.
Alex.
Unlike this movie. Well, horrifying in the worst way possible.
Why don't you introduce us, the audience, to Alien Covenant?
Alien Covenant is a new movie. It's a preboot. It's a sequel to Prometheus, prequel to Alien. I don't really like Alien that much. I'm just kidding. It's like my favorite movie of all time. So
you can hold it.
So I was really excited for this movie. It was probably my most anticipated movie of this year. And when I went to go watch it a while ago, I was super excited. I was extremely disappointed with how it turned out to be. I thought it was horrible. It was just a big letdown in almost every way, with a couple few redeeming parts, but they don't really do much to make up for it. What are your overall thoughts about this movie?
I loved this movie. It was my second most anticipated movie of the year after Star Wars Episode 8. Yeah, Last Jedi. I've been looking forward to this movie. Alien and Aliens are some of my favorite movies too. I love the whole universe. I love the creature. I even like Alien 3 and Prometheus. I like Prometheus a lot. Alien 3, if you watch the what is it called? Not the director's cut, the extended, the assembly cut. It's a good movie. It's not great. It's got a lot of flaws. It's an enjoyable movie. So I went into this. I had heard from him it wasn't great. I'd heard from a lot of people it was really good. So I went into this with level expectations. I wasn't going to go in up here thinking this is going to be the best movie ever.
I don't think my expectations were too high either. I was just excited for it.
I didn't go in with my expectations lowered, saying this is going to be the worst movie ever. I went in hearing from some people it's great, hearing from you it's terrible. I sat down and said I'm going to watch this movie. It got to the point where you said you realized this wasn't the movie you wanted it to be, and I kept enjoying it.
No, I'm not saying it. There was a point in this movie where I didn't say it was the movie. Oh, you mean the point? Okay, I know what you're talking about. Never mind. Okay, yeah, okay. Never mind. I know what you mean.
I still loved it. Why don't we stop arguing?
Okay.
Let's talk about Ridley Scott as the director. 85-year-old man.
He needs to stop, and please, God, don't let him make another one.
I can't say I disagree because every single time he's made an Alien movie, Prometheus got more weird, and this is getting more weird. I think he's still a great director. I think he's kind of gotten a little loopy in his old age. So, Alex, what did you like about this movie?
Let's see. I liked Michael Fassbender in it for the most part.
As David and Walter.
And I thought, yeah, he was really good. And I liked a lot of the ideas they had. Not going to spoil too much, but a lot of the stuff that they revealed about the universe itself and you know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. They had a lot of really neat ideas, and it looked good. It was a good-looking movie.
It looks
except
great.
For the most important part of the movie. That's really I liked some of the characters in the first half of the movie before they just became generic action heroes. Like,
Tennessee.
What's Billy Crudup? Is that his name?
Something like that. Yeah.
I liked his character
Captain
probably
Aura.
The best.
He was my favorite character.
Yep.
Maybe you should do your dislikes.
Okay, I'll do that first.
So that I can retort why you're wrong.
Okay. I'm not wrong. Well, let's get the big thing out of the way.
Okay.
This movie is called Alien Covenant. There's a reason why it was called Alien Covenant and not Prometheus 2 or just Covenant. You know what I'm talking about. Because there were going to be aliens in it. That probably just because people complained about there not being enough aliens in Prometheus, and I was excited to see aliens in this one, new xenomorph type creatures, and there are quite a few of them in this movie, and they suck. From the moment that one of them is starting to show up, I was getting really excited to see it, really getting excited to see what they do with it, and then you see it, and it is CGI, and it is not good CGI. Whatever he says, it's not. And I don't know if it was the design of some of these. They're like some of the new looking aliens we got are like a little
they're like the bursters.
They're like almost toothpick thin, and they scurry around all quick. And speaking of quick, the camera shaking is horrible. I can't tell what's going on half the time whenever an alien is on the screen, which sucks. And then what's another thing? The aliens. There's not a bit of practical alien effects. There's no costumes. It's all CGI. It's all completely obviously CGI. And
can I ask you what you thought of the scene in David's workshop with all the his experiments?
I thought that was cool.
Those were,
like I said, that's an idea. Yeah, that is a part that probably my favorite thing about the movie was all the stuff about David and this kind of the idea of what they were going for with him.
So what else didn't you like? I'm going to get into my
I thought that it couldn't decide what movie it wanted to be, because like it started off as kind of just like another different, kind of almost new version of the movie Alien when they were on the spaceship at the beginning, and that's when I was enjoying it the most. When it was
more of a remake of
not so much a remake, but just another story in that universe. And I was really liking it. And then when they get finally to their destination, there is a moment where everything shifts and you realize this is still a sequel to Prometheus. And that's not a bad thing. That's how it is, but it's kind of abrupt. That's not really even a flaw. It's just kind of an abrupt shift. And once that happens, I feel like all of the characters that they built up for the first half lost their steam completely, and all the arcs they had built up just kind of it didn't matter anymore, because now it was just a movie about David.
Which let me get into
it went from being this movie about new characters having a story similar to the story in the original Alien to Prometheus 2 starring your favorite character David from that movie, and it feels like they took two halves of two different movies and spliced them together. And it didn't work for me at all. And one more thing, the finale, if you can call it that, was just it was stupid. It was nothing at all as interesting as what the finales that they had in the first three, including Prometheus. All four that I've seen, I haven't seen Resurrection.
I don't want to ever see Resurrection.
Yeah. It's just kind of derivative of those, but not in a less cool way.
Well, thank you for getting done with your therapy session. I'm going to explain to you why I love this movie. Now, before I do, I'm going to say one thing I agree with you with.
Okay.
I think that the ending battle with the xenomorph, the CGI xenomorph...
Both ending battles, because, I mean, you have to have two ending battles in an alien movie.
The two fights against the xenomorph...
were bad.
Were
not
unnecessary.
Exciting. Not exciting.
I felt like the first fight was necessary because they introduced the xenomorph. The one with the crane, when she was swinging... You see it in the trailer. She's swinging from ropes.
Horrible.
It was a bad fight. The alien died, and I'm not sure how. She swung around the rope like Fast and Furious movie.
Like she had been training.
Calm down.
Like she had been training for this her whole life, which doesn't make any sense.
And the last fight just felt tacked on. It felt like every alien movie, we always have that false victory. But I can't say I didn't enjoy watching it. I thought...
I can say that.
There was nothing... It didn't bring anything new to the table of fighting a xenomorph. But I was never on the edge of my seat, which... You should be in an alien movie. I'll give you that. In an alien movie, you should be.
I was never scared once. I was never
Hang on.
Sorry.
But that end fight, I enjoyed watching it. Back to things you didn't like. The back burster and the throat burster. I don't care if they were CGI, because everything besides the xenomorph, CGI-wise...
It's not so much them, either. It's the fact that there was no practicality to any alien... you didn't feel like you didn't say you saw this, but it looked to me like the face hugger that was in this movie was
completely
CGI.
practical, except for the scene where it scurries away. Let me get back to what I was saying. The backburster and throatburster both looked creepy. The whole backburster, throatburster scene. I'm sorry that we've seen chest bursting scenes before, so it's nothing new. But if you had never seen one before,
the whole lead up to it,
you would be shit. Like, our dad saw it and he loved it. He's never seen Prometheus. He'd seen Aliens a while back, and he was never really a big fan of it. But he really liked this movie. The backburster and the chest burster scene or the throat burster were so intense. I wasn't on the edge of my seat because I know what's going to happen. I know this is a paint by numbers alien movie, and should it be? Maybe not. This was still a really intense scene. And you said you hated the cuts of how it was showing.
It was horrible.
Edited so quick that you couldn't see what happened.
I see flashes of white and flashes of red. I can't see what's going on. I can't see.
And I'm going to tell you why I like that. If there is an alien threat, not only just a big alien threat like an alien, these are really small. I mean, when they came out, they were this big. Mm-hmm. And when they were like half grown, they were like this big.
Right.
And they moved so quick. If you were there in the dark, you can't see. I felt like I was there with them getting attacked by these aliens. You can't see everything. You can't see.
So you're saying the original?
No one can see you being killed by aliens.
You're saying that in Aliens, when they're being swarmed by all these xenomorph warriors, you're saying it should have been quick and I can't see what's going on because it's hectic?
No, because go back and watch that scene in the Aliens.
It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that.
You see their point of view and the direction it's from their like cameras. It looked a lot like that.
It didn't look like, ooh, and then you see a white alien from behind going, and that's all. I mean,
I'm sorry that you disagree, but I thought that was a great way to have a new type of alien that's different, physicality.
Defend the protomorph or the xenomorph in this movie. There's nothing cool about it.
There's the scene when the chest burster comes out and it looks like the scene in Spaceballs.
It looks like a little. It comes out of it like.
But I can defend that because this is the very first time a xenomorph has ever been born. It hasn't had a chance to be perfected by David. So I think. You're right. The protomorph, xenomorph, whatever it's called, the CGI, how it ran all the time, how you saw it in broad daylight, it was bad.
How you saw it on the little camera climbing down the ladder looked like a
But I'm
video
going to say,
game.
this isn't an alien movie. And the only reason it's called Alien Covenant is because we already had Prometheus. Now you can't just have a movie called Covenant that looks like it. People will be confused. This movie was a sequel to Prometheus.
I'm not saying it was bad that this movie was called Alien Covenant or that it involved aliens. I'm saying that if you were going to involve aliens, they should have been cool and scary. And
I thought the neomorphs
good
were cool
looking.
and scary.
They
the
weren't.
white ones. Now, let me get through some of my likes. Tennessee, played by, what's his name? The comedy guy.
I don't know.
Danny McBride. I liked him as a character, reminded me of Parker. Daniels, she was a good heroine. Captain Oram, played by Billy Crudup, if that's how you pronounce his last name. He was a good one. He was a new type of character. He was like religious, like Shaw was, but not like... He wasn't a scientist. He was just like, I'm a religious man who... He has to be a leader, and he doesn't really know how to be a leader. He makes bad decisions, and he has to own up to them. He's got people he cares about. Which was nice to see a movie where, like... In the original Alien crew, they all cared about each other because they were buddies. Right. These are people he's planning on living the rest of his life with. And he's already super close to. I think you have to watch those, the viral marketing they did with the YouTube videos and the prologues and everything. I think you really should see those.
I watched them.
No, I think in general, someone should see those.
You shouldn't have to rely on those to
No, you shouldn't.
Enjoy a
movie.
But
I think it's an interesting... Because you don't really miss anything, but you get so much more out of the characters. And I think you need to see those in order to fully appreciate the characters.
What other things, real quick, did you
like? Michael Fassbender is both David and Walter. Stole the show. It could have been a David Walter movie with no aliens whatsoever, and I would have loved it still. And the ending, can we talk about the ending? Spoilers. David kills Walter, takes his place, and now he's on
in a completely see it for miles ahead before it happens.
Yeah, I saw it too, and it's fine. But now he's on a ship with 2,000 frozen people that he can test and perfect the xenomorph. And I think it's going to be interesting as where it goes next. Like you said, I hope Ridley Scott doesn't direct it, but I kind of do because I don't know if anyone else can...
They should have kept with the Blomkamp thing. And just
From what I've heard, he didn't even have a script. He just had concept art, which concept art looked great. But I really liked the movie. I liked the characters. I liked the action. I liked the horror concepts that were there. I didn't care for the xenomorph. I thought it didn't need to be in this movie. Besides the studio
And if it was going to be in it...
Hey, Scott, put the xenomorph in the movie. I'm knocking on your door, Scott. You got to put it in the movie. I don't know why they talk like that. They're in California. But that's what I thought. I really liked it. It wasn't in my top 10 of the year so far, but I can't say I disliked it.
My least favorite movie of the year so far, just because of how truly disappointing it was. I'd give it a 5 or 4 out of 10, 4.5.
I'd give it 7 or 8, low 8, like a B minus,
That's
C plus.
insane.
I'd give it a C plus or B minus. I liked it. Go see it. Make your own opinion. You can hate it. You can like it. You can not give a crap. I liked it. Alex hated it. We'll see you next time. I'm gonna hold.
I'm David, and you're the little new stupid looking alien.
Damn you.